Hey guys, Woods Farm here, just up in Mittimatalik, or Pond Inlet as it's also known. I'm up here for work, but I got a few extra days, so I'm going to go on a bit of a hike. There's a mountain off to the east. I'm going to try to get there. Unfortunately, my trip was cut a little bit short. I was planning on hiking for 4 to 5 days. Now I only have one night, so I'm not sure if I could make it there and back, but we're going to give it a shot. The landscape out here is epic. As you can see, that's Eclipse Sound in the background. It's pretty quiet right now, about 7:30 a.m. The sun has been up all night. A couple icebergs out in the sound. That is our objective. That's really the first unobstructed view. I think I'm going to follow this road for a little bit further and try to stay high up over this ridge. And about halfway out there's that river. We're going to have to deal with that. That's really the first unknown. The first thing that's going to stop me in my tracks. So just a little ways back, there was a very deep ravine, and I had two choices: lose elevation to cut under it, or backtrack and climb up to go around. I'm looking down at the ocean side there, the beach. It looks pretty interesting, and ahead of me there's a long kind of flat plateau. So I'm choosing to go down. I think on the way back, I have a better idea how to avoid that canyon. But for now, I'm going to go pretty much right down to the ocean side. Just did a couple of switchbacks, and I'm about halfway down. And there should be a series of creeks, and then eventually up ahead, there's going to be that river. Okay, so far I'm actually making pretty good time. The tide is down, and I'm able to skirt along the beach, and it's pretty fast. There is an interesting thing where there's kind of like silt and mud coming off the hillside, and where it meets the beach, it's like quicksand. But if you move closer to the water, it's pretty good. And even on the beach sand, it's pretty firm. The footing is good, and I'm making really good time. So we're going to get to the river probably ahead of schedule. Okay, here's the river. I made really good time, so I think I'm going to push ahead. This river's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I'm still not looking forward to wading across. It's going to be freezing cold, but it looks like I can get across no problem. So I'm going to get that over with now and push on towards the mountain. awesome find. It's just a small one, but I might actually keep this one because I think I can get it home on the plane. Okay, that's the mountain in the background, getting very close. It's only about 12:30. I've gone about 11 kilometers. I'm hoping there's a little cut here, and it's going to obviously drop down into a valley. And I'm hoping I can find a camp down there before, say, 2 o'clock. And if that's the case, considering it's sunny skies, I'm going to go for it. And the idea will be to finish the last little bit, get to the summit, and then I'll come back down, and then I'll be there for camp and dinner, and I can rest all night, and then I'm back out tomorrow. So I'm getting there, about half an hour to get up to this big rock. This was kind of like the halfway point that I judged from down at camp when I was looking up here with the binoculars. This huge rock is about halfway up the first section. I think this is the steepest part. I think once you get on top of that first part of the mountain, I think you can just take the ridge up to the summit, but we're gonna find out. Okay, that's the summit right behind me there. I'm a little behind schedule by about an hour, but I got summit fever. I was so close. And I have lots of daylight. I'm not too worried about that. Obviously, it doesn't get dark up here. So right now I'm on track to get back to camp for probably around 8 o'clock, which is a little later than I wanted, but it's not a big deal because I'm almost there. Okay guys, I made it. Pretty epic day. I still have a long way to go. I have to go back about 4 kilometers downhill. It's going to be tricky. but I'm just going to take my time and make sure I don't make any mistakes. But I'm not going to be up here long, but I'm just going to take a look around. It's pretty epic. You can see the entire Eclipse Sound, and you can see out into the ocean. It's pretty wild. They used to have cameras up here, I think, to watch the ice flow and monitor the ice as it went in and out. But there's no cameras now. I thought they were going to be up here, but just the tripods are left. So I'm just heading down now, and obviously I can see now that I totally made a mistake. I overshot the ridge line, ended up kind of on the other side of the mountain, and then had to go through this kind of really crazy rock patch and re-climb back up. I think I'm gonna get to the point here where I can see down, and you know, if I was to do this again, I'd definitely be a little bit easier knowing exactly how to get up here. Basically what happened is I came straight at the summit from my camp, and what ended up happening, I did a series of switchbacks and went past that big rock, and it brought me up onto that little hilltop there. And then I don't think I could see the summit anymore. I came up and went over this hilltop, lost some elevation, and came through this kind of low spot here. Once I got up here, I could see the first part, the lower part of the mountain obscures this kind of cut. So I think I'm gonna find out if I was just to have gone up the valley a little bit further, I could have came up this cut and bypassed all this crazy rock. And maybe it looked a little too steep, I don't know, but I feel like there's a different path to get down that's more direct. So we're gonna find out. Okay guys, it's been a couple hours since I got back to camp. I took care of a bunch of administrative stuff. Right away I got some more water into me, took some electrolytes, and I was really hungry, so had dinner, filtered a bunch of water, got all that stuff sorted out. I even tried to do a little bit of yoga and some stretching. This was going to be a really long day for me. In total I did about 20 kilometers. I think the Garmin said it was 755 meters a gain. So for me, that's a pretty crazy day. I'm a little worried about how things are going to play out tomorrow, but hopefully those electrolytes kick in. And I also took a Robaxaset, and I'll probably have to do some stretching in the morning. But good news is I have plenty of time to get back to Pond Inlet tomorrow. I can rest for 6 to 8 hours, and then I have a full day to get back. So no issues there. Okay guys, this was a really epic hike. It is amazing out here. If you can get a chance to come up to the Canadian Arctic, I highly recommend it. It just blows my mind every time. That said, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I'm not gonna do any filming on the way back. It's just the same sort of scenery. That said, I probably will do an extended cut of this. So if you're really into seeing all the scenery and everything, I'll probably do a long cut. So definitely check that out if you're interested. If you have any questions or comments about the trip, feel free to leave below. And as always, thanks for watching.